This offseason, Joe Harris was dealt from the Brooklyn Nets to the Detroit Pistons, and as a potential buyout target, I believe he's a name worth keeping an eye on. After being moved, Harris joined a youthful Pistons squad that already had a seasoned wing shooter in Bojan Bogdanovic. Given that Bogdanovic is having a fantastic season, Harris shouldn't be asked to take over Bogdanovic's position on the squad. Given the abundance of young talent on the team, I'm curious where Harris will find playing time. If he doesn't, he has an expiring contract this upcoming season, so it will be interesting to keep an eye on him as a possible buyout target for the Los Angeles Lakers. Harris is a lethal handgunner. For your team, that is the primary skill set he will contribute. When shooting threes, he is exceptional. A man who can consistently shoot 40% from 3 points on any given night and with good volume. Why then would the Brooklyn Nets, of all teams, trade him? He seems like a fairly valuable player after all. A guy who was getting paid well over $15 million annually for every season of his deal finds himself in a situation where he was traded in a salary dump move over the offseason to a Pistons team that had some extra draft capital in exchange for his contract. This was because the Brooklyn Nets wanted to create a trade exception, and also because Joe Harris had an injury that ended up severely impacting his play. Joe Harris may be able to increase his value in the league by accepting a buyout and demonstrating his ability to contribute to a team that is in contention. Alternatively, it might present him with a chance to contend for an NBA title. Additionally, buyouts typically take place around the time of the trade deadline in the middle of the season. Thus, keep an eye out for Joe Harris' name when that moment in the next season arises. Harris might be a Los Angeles Lakers knockdown shooter. The Lakers also made a point to bolster their squad with a few additional shooters. However, when you consider the Lakers' areas of weakness, I believe that the team might benefit greatly from having more players that can shoot 3 points. It seems impossible to have too many knockdown 3-point shooters in the modern NBA. Harris isn't a top-tier defender right now. For this reason, he may be a situational guy. However, I fail to see how this kind of contract might seriously hurt the Los Angeles Lakers if he's a player the Lakers would want to add as a 15th man in the buyout market. Harris seems like a fascinating player to discuss as a possible buyout candidate.